Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding.
You know what that sounds like to me is like when I was in the airport and they announced that you no longer had to wear a mask, people were like audibly cheering and like throwing their masks just up in the
It
air.
was like coming
I
back.
was like, how? Bro, I was literally in the airport when they made the announcement. And it was crazy. Everybody looked at each other, just went, yeah, just throw them off. And then like, except for the old people started cowering in fear, you know?
Like the world is over.
It was
They're looking at the old people, back to the nursing home with you, Granny. It was like returning home from World War II.
Dude, I remember the first 2 weeks without wearing a mask, it just felt so weird. It felt so weird because it was optional, and I remember I was like the first person not wearing it, and everybody was just staring at me. But I had to be the trendsetter that I am and let everybody know that it's okay. The air is safe, you know?
Did you call it the face diaper, the muzzle?
No, I didn't call it a
Did you have a card that's like free breather?
Sovereign citizen, baby.
I have a religious exemption to masks somehow.
First of all, everybody knows. Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but in the Asian culture, like when you wear a mask, it's because
Dude, you are muting. Like, so it's not muting, but sometimes your mic's not picking up your voice.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Can you turn up your mic a little bit?
Can you not tell me what to do? How do I do that?
I don't know what your mic is.
I feel like he's not looking in the right spot.
Maybe like turn up the gain a little bit.
Off with the head.
That's actually better for some reason.
Yeah, that is better. Yeah.
Yeah, because my microphone isn't hooked up.
It wasn't hooked up?
You're just yelling into your computer screen, huh?
How do I change? Don't laugh. Do not laugh. What the heck? How come there's no... Why is it not even showing up?
Check the cord, dude. Is it plugged in?
Yeah. I mean, I gave him one of the mics we use, and he hasn't been able to hook it up yet.
The show must go on.
I mean, that does sound a little better.
Bro, okay, I'm not technological advanced. Oh, yeah.
We're back, dude. See, before you were like wearing a mask, but now you just ripped that shit off.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You took off the muzzle, dude, the face diaper. You're a true sovereign citizen now.
Yeah.
I never called it a face diaper.
Pull your face away from the mic now. Jesus.
I never called it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I never called it a face diaper. I know people that did.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that did too. I mean, trust me, I fucking hated those masks. I wore a gator because like I was straight up suffering as a glasses wearer. I was suffering.
Oh yeah, I bet you were. You were just fogging up all day.
I like those gators.
Every time I walked,
gators are dope.
I love the gators too, and they were thin enough. Like it felt like I wasn't wearing anything.
Yeah,
I was wearing it.
I had like one of those skull ones, so
what was
like
the
badass. People didn't know if I was spec op or not. You know.
Oh
yeah, that's why.
This guy plays COD.
Yep. That was the cool part about it.
Oh, I know I'm over here like trying to learn new skills, and you're like, gotta hop on the COD with the boys.
You know what I mean? But I mean, like wearing that mask was just
Were we talking about the Asian cultures or whatever?
Oh yeah. In the Asian cultures, you know, if you're sick, you just wear a mask.
Yeah, it's very common.
Yeah, very common. Yeah, exactly. So I remember when COVID would start breaking out, I was telling people, I was like, yo, we should just wear masks, right? Sure enough, man. Like, but you can't in the casino because you have to wear your face. You have to see your face all the time.
Right.
So you don't.
Oh, because they don't want you doing weird shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
So
you
I
guys have
remember
those like plastic screens and everything up?
they did during COVID. Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Oh, damn. Yeah,
I remember going to the casino and it was like I was like in my own little booth,
Yeah.
like at the table. Like it was crazy, dude.
It was
great. It was kind of
wild.
it was kind of cool.
I bet
Yeah.
it was. Like, I didn't have to deal with anybody, really.
Yeah, but you were suffocating.
Well,
Like-
I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, like, I didn't like masks either, but I wasn't those people, those grown ass men that were pretending that they couldn't breathe behind a fucking like thin layer of fabric.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, like I definitely didn't like it, but I was like, whatever. Like I'm not trying to.
yeah, it was like a
like-
whatever situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
You
I'll-
know?
I'll help slow the spread.
But I will say, if somebody wasn't looking, I was pulling that bitch down. Like
Swear to God.
I didn't care.
I was too, man. I was just like, you know what? If I get COVID, that sucks, but I'm not gonna die.
I was kind of like outside. I was like, I'm not wearing a mask outside.
No, I didn't.
That doesn't make no sense to me.
No,
I was
Or
like,
wearing a mask while driving.
Oh my god, by yourself in the car. I would just look at those people and just stare at them.
did you ever
What?
see that one of the people advocating for that was Stone Cold Steve Austin?
No,
Was he really?
Yeah,
no, I
dude.
don't believe
No,
it.
not the Texas
even-
The
rattlesnake.
Texas
don't believe
rattlesnake,
that.
yeah, the
Not
Texas
even a
rattlesnake. He was
little
just
bit.
like, "You son of a bitch, you gotta wear the fucking mask. Stop being a fucking baby about it. Stop being a baby. What? Stop being a baby. What?"
Don't believe it.
No, he would in the car by
He
yourself.
was in the
No.
car. Come on, dude. He was like a southern redneck. Of course, he was doing it in his car. That's the only place they record videos.
Oh,
yeah, that's
then
true.
It was
Yeah.
it was joke. It was a joke.
Stone Cold Steve
Yeah,
Austin.
I did outside, and yeah, like when you're alone, and I was like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing here, guys?
I-
Confined spaces, I get it. I get that. That logic makes sense to me.
Right.
But when you're in your own car with recirculating air, and it's just you,
You don't want to give yourself COVID, you know? You got
Can you
COVID,
imagine-
You're just like self-COVIDing yourself, you know?
What if
No.
what if you got pulled over for not wearing a mask in your car while driving?
oh my god, I would revolt. I'd be done, dude. I'm like, I'm already in here, sucking on my own farts. But like,
He just
Like,
he starts singing "Do You Hear the People Sing" by Les Miserables.
yeah, like,
Then he gave right a ticket. It's like, what is this? What is this?
Especially if it's like, oh, what if the ticket's like 50, like $75? I ain't paying that. I ain't paying.
dude, I would just take off my mask and start coughing in their face. And just be like,
I
you
had
like
to charge
that?
him like assault and battery, dude.
Dude,
That's
I
ridiculous.
had a boss that would just hunt down people that would put their mask right underneath their nose like that. I mean, bro,
yeah.
this guy would just go insane. Oh my god!
But like, people took it to the extremes, like orchestras and stuff, playing instruments with the holes
The
cut in the
holes that
mask.
did nothing. Yeah,
I was like,
it didn't make any sense.
it was just what it was like. What are we? This is when you see that kind of stuff, it just seems like mass hysteria. Like you're just completely just giving in. But they're like, except for these things where we cut a hole and now the mask is completely useless, but we're still wearing it.
Yeah.
It's
I was
still-
gonna say,
All of it was
that was-
stupid. There was just like there was the extreme mask wearers that are just like, the cutting the whole thing, wearing it outside, and then there was like the extreme anti-maxers that were acting like they were like equating it to communism.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is too is like, oh yeah, you have to wear a mask to the restaurant, but when you sit at the restaurant table, you can take the mask off, but when you get up, you got to put the mask back
Yeah,
on.
that was dumb.
That
Yeah.
to me was
dumb.
like, make it make sense.
You know what
What is going on?
You know what? One of the things I really hated during restaurants in COVID was that physical menus were starting to be phased out. I don't
I
care
know.
for the QR. I
you
don't
got to
care
do
for
the QR code all the
I don't
time
care.
now.
I hate the freaking QR code.
I hate it too.
Yep,
And it's always
QR
in
code.
restaurants that have like no signal.
Zero signal and no free Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's trying to load, and you're like, what? Or
Every
it's just so
time.
cheap. It's so cheaply done. You can't find everything.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I hate QR codes, dude. I hate them.
Oh my god, that was my revolution there. I would be championing against that.
I went somewhere and I cannot remember what it was. I think it was like a chain or something. But you pulled off you had like a tray and then you would pull off like paper to put on the tray or whatever.
Right.
And the paper that you pulled off was the menu. It was like throw away.
Yeah, so you could like throw it away or whatever.
Yeah. So it was just like
Yeah.
paper. It was like a parchment. And you would put it on your tray, and as you're waiting, you could look at the menu, and then you would just crumple it up and throw it away.
That's
I mean,
pretty. That's a
I-
pretty
I-
good idea.
I
actually.
get
Yeah.
it. Like,
That's a
you
good
know,
idea.
if you see something that catches your eye and you still, the upsell's coming,
Hold on, you mean
Yeah.
something that catches your fancy?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm sure there's quite a few people out there that if they just had the menu, they would order something else,
Yeah, I mean, but also just laminate the menu and then clean them. I don't understand.
Yeah, you could do that too. It seems like a waste of money. And like restaurants, they run not very efficiently when it comes to money.
Yeah, they wonder why they have no margins. I mean, I will say, like, it probably saves them a bunch of money to put everything online, but you got to do it right.
Yeah.
You just got to do it right. Like, maybe you know what you do? You invest a couple grand,
And
buy some
slot machines.
tablets.
Mm-hmm.
No, like buy some tablets, set them at the table, and just have like you're not paying for a service. It's just connected
Yeah.
to the internet, and like,
Yeah.
it could only go to your website or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's what people should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, this is the notes I take from when I open my future restaurant. I'm going to make sure
Yeah.
I know all this happens.
No, if you get a restaurant, you want to get slot machines.
Probably,
machines-
yeah. Because I
The
want
slot machines will
it's
pay
gonna-
for everything.
it's going to be like 2 stories, man. On the bottom, it's going to be like a nice, okay restaurant, family friendly. You can just take it here. We got the happy hours. Down the bottom, we got our steakhouse. It's a little more fancier. And on the 3rd floor, on the weekends, we got the strip club. We got, you can have
Oh,
the slot-
Jesus.
It's a one-stop shop, dude.
That is all inclusive.
It's the one-stop shop, dude. As soon as I find like the best madame I can find, dude, we're gonna be swimming.
That could be a madame.
Nah, dude. Needs to be another woman.
Another woman.
I mean, if I, you know what, if we, when girls' night happens, you can be the master, okay?
Hold on, no. I mean, how come I can't identify as a madame? What's going on here?
I don't think they're gonna let
Because
you.
you'd be
in
like,
those
I'm the
locker rooms, bro."
madame.
He's gonna come in looking like a pimp named Slickback, dude. I don't know about that.
Pimp name Slick Back. You ever seen that dance?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That
Did
just
I ever tell you guys about this like restaurant concept I had a long time ago, like 10, 15 years ago?
no.
It was
What?
called The Wall.
The wall, like
Yeah, this is
Floyd?
copyright.
He said he made sure.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the
This is
wall is a copyrighted term. already.
intellectual property. No, so like it was multiple levels. The first level was like Americana, very
Okay.
classic, right? Like American food, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Second level, Soviet Russia.
Mm.
Berlin is based off the Berlin Wall, so like kind of more like Eastern European shots, vodka, stuff like that.
Okay, I was
And
gonna
then-
say the
and-
food might be a little rough in Soviet
Well,
Russia.
you can still get like borscht, things like that, like like something different, or like just European, whatever. And then the 3rd floor is just like they come together, like tearing down the wall, and it's just like a bar of just like free for all.
Please,
And on the Soviet,
please
on
tell
the
me
Soviet-
the entrance is like a giant head of Ronald Reagan.
it could be either, it could be anything. I was thinking more of like the Berlin Wall, but like a hole through it.
Okay.
But my idea too was on the Soviet level, when you go to the bathroom, it's like the gulag. So you're pissing on ice blocks, like giant blocks of ice. So I was like, that would be so. Who doesn't want to pee on ice, dude? It's the best,
What the hell is going on?
dude. It's a crazy restaurant idea.
That's like something you'd see in Vegas, man.
Yeah, or like downtown DC or New York.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like there can only be one. You can only have one of them. Miami, maybe.
Miami.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
On the
it'll be
Soviet
popular
side,
with the
you have
Cubans
Cuban food.
before. Huh?
Well, yeah, I was like on the Soviet side, you could have Cuban food.
Yeah, that's
You could
true.
get really interesting on the Soviet communist side.
Yeah, you can have some good like you get some Cuban food, some Russian food. I mean, you can even have like Soviet German or whatever if you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You can have some really like interesting. You can get weird with it. Some Chinese, some Vietnamese.
Some Korean.
Yeah, they have no good food.
I mean, some people would make that argument for Soviet Russia.
Yeah, I mean they got borscht though. Borscht is good, man. I love.
Borscht. They got turnip, beet. It'll make you strong.
You get some good borscht. Oh my god!
What is
beef stroganoff? What's in borscht?
Yeah,
it's like a beet soup, but it has like meat and other stuff in it. It's really good.
Beet? Nah.
I'm telling you,
Pass.
I love fresh borscht. Oh my god!
You're like, is that fresh borscht over there? Can I have
Bro, dude, I'm telling you, if somebody came and said, "Would you like some fresh borscht?" All day,
all day?
100%.
I don't even know.
Pierogies? You could put pierogies on the
Pierogies
menu.
would be good. Pierogies would be a good idea.
How do you even spell
Kielbasa?
borscht?
Borscht, borscht, borscht,
Like,
something like that. I think.
I'm not sure about this. Like,
Dude.
Godspeed on this one, 100%. I'm still gonna do my like family restaurant, my steakhouse, and then on top my like fucking weekend nightclub / strip club is gonna be fucking lit, dude.
Nah, dude, you got to go theme. And on the Americana side, dude, yeah, like legit steaks, burgers, like solid
You need
shit.
like the burgers with like the sparklers on top, USA. USA, we won, baby. We won the space race. We get the
It'll be like it'll be like in Arrested Development where he goes to like Wee Britain and they have the American restaurant there. And they just serve him all those donuts and shit, and like a bag of nachos.
I think the way to win is bring back fast food.
Bring back what?
Fast food.
Fast food. I mean, fast food is back. Fast food is here,
No.
dude. It's
No,
not the
bring
same, but like
No, exactly. It's not the same. Bring back fast food, cheap fast
when
food.
you say, I was gonna say when you say fast food, you mean like the dollar menu, huh?
Do like a smash burger for like $1.
You'll never find a smash burger for $1.
That's what I'm saying.
Never had, like you never did, you never will.
Bro, you just put a little meat.
Yeah, I
smash
think he's
it
talking
down,
about like
put
a
on a
smash
Hawaiian-
burger, not the
Hawaiian
smash
roll.
burger.
You can't find that for $1. That's too much work. The only reason they had the only reason they had the dollar menu is because they were able to mass produce that shit.
Mm.
And then they got greedy. And then
Super
during
T?
COVID, they're like, supply chain. And then they were like, everybody's like, why are your prices so high? They're like, what do you mean? This is just the price.
They've always been
Yeah.
like that. The dollar menu is
It's always
$1.30.
been like that.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
It's
So, like,
the
the dollar menu. Never heard of it. I've heard of the value menu.
I heard of the value menu too. I think it's the Mandela effect. Everybody remembers the dollar menu, but to me, it was always
This is
the
bullshit,
value
dude. Because like, I survived college off the back of the McDoubles and the McChickens for like $2.
Dude,
menu. Mandela effect. There was no such thing as a dollar menu, bro.
Dude, you know what really made me mad the one time is when they took the double cheeseburger off the dollar menu and put the McDouble on.
I
And the-
remember that.
And the difference was it just had one slice of cheese instead of two.
I don't even care. That McDouble was fucking good.
I was so mad.
You
dude.
really wanted that extra slice of cheese?
Yeah, it's a double cheeseburger.
just fucking put,
Double meat, double cheese. I don't
Dude,
care if it
how-
goes
I didn't care. I
cheese
wanted the
meat,
double
cheese
patty.
meat,
That was the
or
most
cheese,
important.
cheese, meat. I don't care. There's better be 2 pieces of cheese on that.
How
bitch.
much does it really cost to mass produce that though?
A
Like I
smash
said,
burger?
you get like a smash burger.
I mean, if you get like the cheap, like 50% like lean beef, like the cheap
50%?
fucking,
God damn, it goes shrink up like a motherfucker.
fucking those shitty cookout buns that you get for like $2, and then you just smash it.
But you just add a little flair to it.
I mean, the flair would be like making like one of those like Arkansas smash burgers. Like you just put it's just
Here's the
buns,
difference.
beef and onion.
You have to have a cook who knows what they're doing.
Mm.
At McDonald's, they don't need that. They literally lay all the patties on and they click a button and the top goes down and it
I saw
goes
that.
evenly,
I saw that. Yeah.
and it goes back up. That's how it works. So you don't need somebody in there
You
like
don't need a
managing it.
cook. You don't need a
don't need
cook.
a
I'm
cook.
pretty sure I can make a
He's
smash
gonna do it.
burger, dude.
You know what? There's a couple like
They still gotta pay you though. I'm not saying
Right.
like a trained cook. What I'm saying is it's cheaper to have somebody who can press a button than is not gonna burn your fucking smash burger every single time because it's so thin and it can only stay on there for so long.
Okay, then. Well, out of all the burgers, do you think the smash burger is the one that costs the less?
the most.
I think it costs the most.
You think it costs the most?
What
Yeah.
would you say
Which
costs
costs
the least?
which burger costs the
McDonald's.
least then? No,
Anything McDonald's.
to make.
Yeah, let's say Scott wants to open like a little drive-through, just a little hole.
Well,
in
are
the
you
wall.
talking about just straight up ingredients?
No, here. This is what I'm talking
Are you talking about labor?
Nah,
and everything?
dude, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so if I wanted to open up a restaurant, but I want to, and my competition is McDonald's and Burger King, and I know I can beat them because they're pricing their money or their products way too high, like plus 200, right? I know this for a fact. And everybody, the demand is we want good, cheap, quality food for cheap. Like McDonald's and Burger King, they can produce this, right? So like if I want to compete with them, which burger should I do that is creative, extremely cheap, and I can mass produce it?
Dude, he's
It's
gonna-
the extremely cheap part that I think that you're going to struggle with. Because like if you look at restaurants like Smash Burger, where they're offering exactly what you're saying, an alternative fast food, it's still more expensive.
Yeah, but it's probably more expensive because they're probably putting their
Well, they're probably using better beef.
right.
They're also like, I'm telling you too, like it's not as quick. They can't produce the same quantity in the amount of time McDonald's can throw together a burger. Because what is a smash burger, right? You're smashing the burger, you're cooking ingredients on like onions and stuff like that on the thing. You're smashing the burger, you're putting it together. You're like, it's more time intensive. And you got to know somebody, you got to train somebody up to be able to do that and not fuck it up and be consistent.
I'm trying to say.
I feel like all right. Here's my thing. Here's
a
my thing.
classic
If
smash burger.
you make a smash
$8.
burger, if you make a smash burger like 10 smash burgers in a row, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get it down, right? That's just pretty much like.
Bro, have you
McDonald's.
met some people at these restaurants? Come on, let's just be real.
I have it.
What you
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
do?
telling you, you're gonna be like, yo, 10 in a row, good job. The 11th one is on fire. That's the problem. Like, and you're like, what'd you do differently? They're like, oh, it's just, it
I
just
put
caught
it on
fire.
the same. I put it on
Yeah.
the same, and it just caught on.
And then I
fire.
just threw my cigarette on it. It was all of a sudden. Like, that's the kind of people you're getting, dude. You know what I mean? So, like, you know, it's just, it's different.
Okay.
Now, if you want something cheap quality, then all you're doing, if you want to create a In and Out, something like that,
right. That's what I'm saying.
they use fresh meat.
Yeah.
They cook it quick.
Yep.
They're more expensive. That's the thing. You're not gonna price wise, you can't beat McDonald's because they're just the quantity they do and the fact that they get everything frozen. It's just their margins are just so different than everybody else.
So.
Have you looked into this? Or are
What,
you just
like-
assuming?
No, I kind of looked at, I really wanted to open an In-N-Out Burger until I found out they don't franchise.
Yeah, but I mean, like, are you assuming like McDonald's margins are just because? I mean, like, I only saying that because like it makes a lot of sense, like what you're saying, but I never really like dived into it.
I remember working at McDonald's and doing inventory.
Oh
like, looking at the
yeah,
numbers and stuff.
I
You know what I mean?
forgot.
It was,
Yeah.
it's not, you know,
You might
I knew
run
this-
for president and win.
yeah.
I don't know about win, but yeah, you can run for president on that.
But you know, it was all about, and then you know, it was all about your time, like from order to delivery. That's what it was about. It was how much stuff could we, and everything at McDonald's is prepped, right?
Yeah,
So the burger you're ordering didn't just come off the grill; it was sitting there waiting to be made.
right. In the heat, and the little like heat thing.
Yeah.
about
And
it,
for
yeah.
a smash burger, it's all made to order.
Mm.
You're already behind on your delivery time.
So what if you don't make the smash burger ready to order? What if you just put it, like, say somebody
That's
gets
not,
there?
that's not a real smash burger. Like Smash
I'm
Burger has a very specific connotation to it.
You know, I'm only saying smash burger just because it's like I like the little thin, like the thin patties.
They're gonna be
Okay,
paper thin.
you could just call it a fucking cheeseburger.
Or a cheeseburger, but I'm just saying because you know you get the little, you roll it and then you smash
he
it.
does the smash.
You do the
Yeah.
You gotta do the smash.
But you're also usually cooking the ingredients, and it's all made to order, right? Like it's not just the patty on the flat top.
I mean, it can be. Just keep the condiments outside the window.
Man, yeah, you put them cold ass onions on there. Yeah, get out
Yeah,
of here.
just-
But how do you get
Cold-ass
better
caramelized onions are good to go.
how would you get better margins than McDonald's though?
You
I don't-
can't.
You
You
can't.
do what you can't. They've been around too long.
You just
They
gotta have
own
to
the
make your own
farmers.
concept.
They have perfected vertical integration, right? Like that's what they've done. They literally have potato farmers that only sell to McDonald's because it's a specific brand of like genetic potato.
Yeah, and now no, it's not even that. It's their farmers. Like it's their farmers. It's their potatoes.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
It's
Well,
their
no,
land.
they
yeah, all
license
that.
their potato to those farmers, and that's all those farmers grow because it's a cash crop.
Mm.
So how do you beat that? You can't.
You got to start somewhere, man. The good hole in the wall. Just walk up, place. Hey, I just want this burger. Here's a burger.
But for cheap,
For cheap.
You could do cheap, but you have to sacrifice other stuff.
what would you sacrifice? Time?
Time. You got to be like, hey, I'll make you a great fucking burger, but it ain't gonna be in like the next 10 minutes. I got 5 other people ahead of you.
Well, how do you get down? How do you get the timing down? Because I mean, like, because that's
Repetition
the
and-
key. That's the key, right? Low price, fast time. There's three. Low price, fast time, quality food. Yeah, if you
Well,
make those 3 happen,
Quality and low price, though, that's hard to. That's hard.
Tough.
That's gonna be tough.
But can it be
you
done?
have to sacrifice one of them.
What do you
can it
consider
be
low
done?
price? What do you consider low price?
$2.
Like, do you got to be cheaper than McDonald's?
It got to be cheaper than McDonald's because
Well,
that's your
you're never gonna
competition.
make it then. I say
I don't-
what you do is like McDonald's is like, bro, why spend $1 here when you can spend $1.50 here and get a way better burger? It's not a 50, and you'd be like, hey, this is not a 50% better burger. This is a 300% better burger.
I think, but I mean, like, people have to.
Marketing.
It is marketing, but I think people are looking for different.
No,
They-
everybody says if it's made in America, I'm willing to spend more. That's the new thing.
No, dude, I'm telling you, people, especially now with the E. coli breakout on McDonald's. Look, people want the service of McDonald's, but they just want the cheaper food. That's what we need. That's what they want. Cheaper
But
food.
you're
We
not
want
going to get
$1
better
menu.
quality. You're not going to get better quality.
All right, then maybe you sacrifice quality. I mean, like, you don't know if you could get better quality.
You
We don't know.
sacrifice quality, and you just said McDonald's has an E. coli breakout.
Yeah,
Then
they
you're going
do.
to have how many E. coli breakouts, bro? Like, what are you serving dog burgers?
Hey, that's your
Well,
angle.
hold on. All I'm trying to do
All
is wait.
meat
You
burger.
guys are
You don't
giving
say
me
beef.
nothing
All
but
meat
answers
burger.
of not
All
winning.
meat, boy.
All I'm trying to do is win, and you guys will keep telling me nothing but not to win.
I'm just saying,
can't
you know,
do
I don't-
this.
I don't think
You
you
can't
need to
do
be-
that.
You can't be all that. You got to pick cheap, quick. I don't know. Cheap quality, but like it's got to be relative to something.
What makes you? But I mean, like, what makes you think that like it can't be done?
People will
well?
sacrifice. Some people will sacrifice a lot of stuff. Like they'll sacrifice time for good food.
Yeah, they do. They
You
do.
know what I mean? And they also sacrifice money. They'll be like, hey man, it's a little expensive, but it's worth it. Why not just like what if you just compare like we're just cheaper than In-N-Out? Same quality or better, but just cheaper than In-N-Out. McDonald's isn't even in our realm. They don't even touch us. Like that's garbage. Where that's like the angle you gotta be.
McDonald's is not. McDonald's is in a different epilage now. Say the word for me.
I don't know.
Chris.
Echelon.
I don't know.
Echelon. Thank you, Jordan.
Echelon. Okay. Gee, you said echelon.
Oh,
I had no idea what you're saying.
say the word for me, Jordan.
What Scott ultimately wants to do is just make a cheap, quick burger. Just burgers. It's just a quick burger. We got one thing on the menu. It's this bitchin' ass burger. That's cheap. That's cheap. Better than McDonald's. It's cheaper than McDonald's and possibly better than McDonald's. But hey, it's a good. We're open. Just come and get your burger. You're partying late night, dude. You just need something quick to eat. Here's your burger.
Thank you. Jordan, you couldn't say it better.
How about this? All right, you got burger and you got burger with cheese. And then they'll be like, what comes on it? You say you got burger and you got burger with cheese.
There you go.
There's some ketchup over there.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying, dude.
That's it.
Like if I had, let's say I had that concept and I had the hole in the wall, right where I live right now, sold out every night.
Simple.
All right. Maybe it is just no condiments and you put all your money into buns and beef.
But how fast do you make these burgers though?
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta invest in some real equipment.
That's
I don't know. It's either you got the hottest ass grill that can cook shit super quick and the fastest SpongeBob you got down there, like fry cook.
Let's see this. I'm looking up burger making equipment, industrial burger making equipment.
You almost need that McDonald's, buy an old McDonald's grill.
Industrial burger press, baby. This shit is not industrial at all. You're muted, Chris.
Sorry, I clicked it twice. All right, I think I found a way. But you got to get dirty. You got to buy a cow and you got to butcher it yourself. And you got to grind the beef up all by yourself. And that's your meat. It's fresh, it's quality because you can source the cows locally.
How much beef can you get from a cow though?
I don't know, about 1,000 pounds.
Let's see this. How many burgers can you make from a cow? Can a cow make 2,000 burgers, baby? That's 2,000 right there.
So you're gonna throw a cow? I said 2 cows a day.
I said 1,000 pounds, right? That's a half-pound burger.
Yeah,
that's a good burger.
That's a good burger. But are you going through 2 cows a day?
I don't think you're selling 1,000 burgers a day right off the bat.
No, I don't think so either.
I think in the city, if you did that burger with cheese,
even in the city, it's kind of pushing it. Maybe down the line.
You said 2,000 burgers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, here's what happens then is you start making money. You butcher a cow. Let's just say it lasts 1 or 2 days, 2 days, right? So every other day, you got somebody back there slaughtering cows, and then eventually you make enough money. You know what? We could probably bring on 2 cows.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And you just slowly build up. And next thing you know, you own a ranch.
You got a farm.
Cows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, all right, bestie, it's your day.
Yep, right there.
Dude, that fucking scene in It lives in my dreams.
Dude.
That's terrible.
But honestly, that's how you do it, right?
Yeah.
If you want quality beef for cheap, you got to own everything.
You got to, everything.
And you can keep it fresh. So then you don't have to worry about paying for a freezer. You know what I mean? Maybe just a fridge, like a walk-in fridge where you can store the meat, but you keep it fresh. You grind it yourself.
Yeah.
And then you make the patty.
You got to go through that whole process.
You got to find the cow, man.
Finding a cow's not hard. You can find them bitches online.
Nuh-uh.
I told you about the time where Mary's work friends bought a cow and they wanted us in. They're like, hey, we're gonna buy a cow. And I was like, oh shit. They're like, yeah, how many pounds you want? I was like, I want 200 pounds of steaks. And they're like, yep, sounds good, dude. They're like, all right, we're gonna buy the cow, and we're gonna butcher it in Pete's yard or his driveway. I was like, I'm out. I was like, you guys I was like, I thought you were buying a cow and sending it to a butcher. They're like, no, we're doing it ourselves. And they did. And there's like a picture of them hanging a cow in somebody's driveway. They watch,
Training it?
they watch
they
YouTube videos.
We
Yeah.
said these are like Nebraskans.
No, this was in Virginia. Northern
I'm
Virginia.
out.
In Nova.
Kristen,
Bro.
the Shark Tank move. I'm out.
I'm out.
Dude, the moment they were like, "Oh yeah, we're watching a bunch of YouTube videos," I'm like, "I'm out." Like, I'm sorry. I can't do this.
They're like, Kristen's like, have you ever done it before?
I mean,
No,
as
but
soon as
we're
they said, "Dude, we're just gonna watch a YouTube video," I would have questions.
Bro,
Did you
said
try
I'm
it
out.
out? Did you
there
ever
was
try
zero
it?
questions.
I didn't know I
Zero-
did. Are you kidding me? I was not gonna die to try some stupid. Like they had no idea what they were doing, and the pictures are very obvious. They have no idea what they're doing. They
Yeah.
literally just have this like a makeshift thing, and they like frame and they like hoist this cow up, and you just see everybody looking at it like this. They have no idea what they're doing.
Look, man, some people are just bored, you know. So they're just like,
And then-
"Hey,
and- Well, no, they thought they were getting a deal. I was like, dude, I will pay the extra $300 to have a butcher do this professionally. Like, what are we doing? It was gonna be cheap. It was only gonna be like, I don't know, for everything. It was like $2 a pound or something like that for everybody.
jeez,
You know, like whatever cut you wanted. It was crazy. It was like nothing.
oh, jeez, that's
How long does
it's a
this is-
process, man.
Yeah, but this is interesting, right? So if you buy a cow, how long does a cow even like? You know what I mean? Like,
What do you mean? I don't. I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Jordan, finish my sentence.
How long does it last? How long does it live? What are you talking about?
How long does a cow last for if you buy it?
Like the meat?
Like how much meat? Yeah, you said
I mean,
1,000
I mean,
pounds.
raw
Like,
meat.
People usually freeze it. They'll
Yeah.
freeze. They'll cut up the steaks and they'll freeze it.
Like if you just have it out in the open, it's like 3 days max.
Yeah, you got to get that shit refrigerated and frozen. Everybody just they just stock up on it. They'll just freeze the meat.
Yeah.
They'll vacuum seal it and freeze it. It's not a bad like if you know the right people and you can get people in. It saves you a ton of money and you
Right.
can usually get really good meat.
now, okay, say we got a cow, right? Now, what kind of meat do we use for a burger? Like, what's the best part?
Well, no, it's ground beef,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
ground
you
beef.
can mix multiple things.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you could like you mix multiple things, but if you want like a good quality meat, you like grind in like the ribeye with the chuck.
Yeah, chuck, ribeye. Maybe you know what? Maybe don't pull that fillet off. You just kind of leave it in there for a little bit of nice little tenderness. But it just
That'd be
depends. Or you could just get weird with it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
have a ribeye burger.
Yeah, you could like, all right, I got sirloin burgers today. I got
Yeah.
ribeye burgers. I got, strip burgers, chuck burgers. I got a mix.
I don't want to wake up tomorrow and see a text message saying, "Dude, I just got a cow. You want in?" Remember, your landlord said no pets.
Dude.
Can I butcher this at your house?
If I told my landlord, he would probably be like, "Can I watch?"
Next thing I know, there's a picture of Marv killing a cow in his driveway. Like I'm ready for that picture.
I'm ready for that picture too. Just like
Yeah, wearing a Bears hoodie or something. I don't know.
just
Got to make it
bald.
really Chicagoan.
God, I don't think anyone in this metropolitan area has ever even touched a cow. I love how like here in Chicago, they have the Cubs and the Bears, but there's no Bears here.
No Bears.
There's no Bears. All gone. How's that even happen?
Anyways, that's how you get a cheap quality burger. No condiments.
I mean,
Well,
like,
condiments
that's-
you put them on yourself, but I ain't putting them on there for you.
but that's the way, right?
Yeah.
We literally
That's
brought
the way.
down the process, everything. That's the only way to compete with McDonald's.
And you got it into a good area in which you can grow. There's a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah.
All right, here's the question: do you do food truck or do you do hole in the wall rent?
Well, I mean, like,
mean,
how
food
much
truck
is a
you can
food
spread.
truck though?
A food truck? Let's see. Let's
Yeah,
see.
and you can get cheap food trucks out there, like used food trucks.
I'm
The
not a fan of food trucks though.
benefit of food trucks are you can
Mobility.
move to like to high traffic areas where if you rent a spot,
You
so
gotta,
a commercial lease is usually 10 years. 5
Really?
to 10 years. Yeah, they're not like 1 year leases.
Yeah, there's food trucks here. I mean, every now when the clubs open around my on my block, those food trucks come and park.
yeah. I'm not a
I mean,
fan
you
of
usually
food-
got to get a permit, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of food trucks because it's like I don't want to say it's like sketchy, but it's like
They seem dirty.
They seem dirty.
not
A little
even
grungy,
dirty.
a little grungy.
Not dirty. It's like how can you get that
It's definitely a
how can you
a vibe. It's
how
definitely
can
a
you
vibe.
because how can you build that brand? How can you build up your reputation if it's like you're constantly moving, you don't know if you're gonna be there tomorrow
Oh,
type
man,
thing
there's
or
food
like
trucks with like followings and shit. You know, people will
Oh, yeah, dude.
follow it. Like here
I'm
they
not
have,
in the
like,
food truck
truck
scene. I don't know.
They have food. Yeah, there's actually a pretty good food truck scene, especially among millennials for some reason. There's like really, really good ones around here. Like there's like a heavy metal one I've seen at a festival. They got the seafood lobster trucks here. Portland, Oregon. If you ever been to the North Pacific Northeast, huge food trucks is huge. there.
What would you guys do? Would you do it through a food truck or
I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like my initial idea would be
I feel
food
like
trucks to get started.
really?
You gotta find the area.
Mhm. You need to have a good area, like one with not the most competition, but at least a lot of food traffic.
But I mean, if
mean,
you're also gonna be like butchering your own cow, it'd be nice.
Yeah,
to
how
have a
can you
stand-
do that with a food truck?
no
Yeah,
idea.
you might as well just
Yo, that'd be wild. You
Just-
pull up with your food truck. You
got
this,
a
like,
cow-
frame
cow pens
hanging
in the
off
back.
back. You got old Bobby back there just chopping away.
You can sell tickets, man. Be like, you wanna just have a whack at it?
Mm.
Pick out your own piece, dude. It'd be like in that Simpsons episode where you could point out the cow.
Yeah, it'd be hard. I don't know. Maybe a standalone place. I mean, the thing is, just rent can be expensive.
Yeah.
You know.
I know this guy, he just bought a vape shop.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god. There's one that pops up every day. There's vape shops around. There's vape shops next to vape shops.
But hold on though, this guy, he spent $40,000 on a vape shop, which is cheap. Rent for a month was only $900. $900 a month, cheap. And when he bought the shop, it came with the inventory. So for like 2-3 months, if it doesn't make any money, he could just sell the inventory and make his money back. All he's got to really do is learn how to market.
Well, usually when they sell inventory and stuff, like that's factored into the value.
Yeah, so but I'm just saying, like, you know,
And if it didn't have a good brand and nobody knows it, then they probably just only sold him the inventory and he just took over the lease and let these people walk away for probably nothing.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
It sounds like
And so now, it sounds like he bought a dying business
yeah.
and he's gonna market real quick because it's a super saturated area. And yeah,
but that's what I said too. Yeah, I was like, you got to just do marketing. But I told him, I said, like, hey, if you you know, like if it doesn't work out for like a month or two, you just sell off your inventory and then walk away.
well, no, because you have a lease. He bought into a lease. You can't just walk away. He's got to sell the business.
Or sell the business, yeah. I didn't ask him how much his lease is for though. How long
like,
his lease is.
Yeah, usually commercial leases, like I said, so they're triple net leases. They're usually 5 to 10 years, and triple net means you pay for everything.
What is everything? Like water, electricity, gas.
Water, electricity, yeah, everything. And then like if something needs repairs, you're responsible for it. Like when it comes to like HVAC, things like that.
Ew.
Yeah, they can kind of commercial leases are like a whole different thing, especially if they're triple nets.
Well, I
Like,
don't know if that's the kind of lease that he got because he bought 2 of them. He bought 2 vape shops.
Yeah. So he's trying to like franchise kind of, right?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
I mean, if you can make a brand out of it, then good. You know what I mean?
We can make
But
a
like,
brand. Yeah.
like
I could-
it can be tough.
Yeah. We
Because,
could make
like,
a brand for him. I could tell him we want 10%.
25.
Ooh.
Yeah, because like, PR, dude. That's a little extra.
That's right. Hey, and then we got to work on my mom's hands. Did I show you guys my mom's hands? We got to sell those.
Oh yeah, I looked at like a picture or something.
The-
I
Okay.
kind of forgot about that. That's
Okay.
when I got really sick.
Like I
What
told you in like Thanksgiving, dude, you got to think of a utility.
Yeah,
don't
what is like? Is it just decorative? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's just decorative.
Let's
So-
How's she making them?
She does it with her hands.
But how many can she make at a time?
She's our slave, bro. She'll do as many as I tell her to.
What the fuck?
But will you lose the consistency? Like,
True. But, if it gets really bad, like say, I mean, like, you never know, right? Say if it is a big hit, it goes viral or something, and everybody wants them, like our marketing is that good, then I'll just send Jordan over to help her make it.
Yeah, you're just gonna send me over there? Oh man, there's a steakhouse for sale near me.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a very old haunted fucking.
oh hell yeah!
It's called Chop House. They used to. I don't know if you ever heard of the disaster in the Chicago River when one of the cruise ships they had fucking collapsed. The Eastland collapsed,
Yeah.
and like fucking 90% of the people on it just died. It was used as a morgue.
Hell yeah! I'm all in, dude.
You all in?
Everything has ghost pepper in it.
Yeah.
At the steakhouse, man.
This is low key genius.
Centralized location. I walk past it all the time too.
Ghost pepper fries, ghost pepper broccoli.
Ghost pepper broccoli. Hell yeah, dude.
Ghost-
I wonder how much they're asking for this.
What are they asking?
It doesn't say. It just says for sale.
Oh, that means that they're asking something stupid and they want you to call them.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. What a shame, dude. Because like, I've never been there because it's just stupid expensive. But like, damn.
You know the really shitty part about those like old school, like legacy restaurants. The worst part about them is like, they were leased and they ended up, or like they bought the properties back in the day, they owned the buildings, and then they usually get into financial trouble, have somebody buy the building and then they lease it back, and now they're just tied to these crazy long leases.
Yep.
And they have no like investment in the actual location itself. That's the shitty part about those kind of like old restaurants.
Hold on, say that again. They do what and what?
So like originally, like, these restaurants that came up in the 50s and 60s, they would buy the buildings, they would own the property that the restaurant was on, but then they would get in like financial straits
Yeah.
and they would have a company buy the building and they would
Oh.
lease it back from them for 30 years, 50 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they could get that like influx of capital right off the bat. And then so at the end of the day, now they're hurting and they need to sell, but then they're still tied, they still
that
got
lease.
20 years left on that
Yeah.
lease.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? That's the really shitty part. And people take advantage of those kind of businesses all the time. You know what I mean?
They're like, hey, we gotta
And like you walk up there, you're like, you know what? I could put a nice Wendy's here.
psych. Oh, my
Fucking
God.
nice one. Wendy's would look super nice right here.
Yeah. You ever had their spicy nuggets? They're amazing.
Huh.
Like that's what happens, man. Like that's what happens to those like legit restaurants that were so good and staples of the
Yeah.
community, and then they're gone.
They're gone, dude. They just fell out of fashion. They don't change. They don't adapt. And it just
That is a big issue.
it is a big issue.
Yep. They're like, this is how the way we've always done it.
And,
This is how we do it.
and next thing you know, they're closing.
And we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they always say they're fine, and then it's like a month later, it's just like, oh, it was a heavy heart. We have to close the doors right before fucking everything.
Oh, is this the place?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, look at this. 15 years remaining of a triple net lease with no termination options. Yeah.
Yeah. I need your analysis on this.
3% escalations annually.
I walk
Yeah, I
past
don't
this
know,
place
man.
like every day.
So it's triple net. Oh my God, it's almost 10,000 square feet.
It's a Chicago shop house. Stupid expensive in there. But it does. I see it packed a lot.
The NOI seems okay. Net operating income 600,000. Probably oversold there.
I like the whole sales exceeding pre-COVID levels by 50% over the last 50 years.
So my question is though, what were those pre-COVID levels? Were they better than COVID? Or were they already in shit times and now they were starting to just make us kind of a comeback and they see value and now's the time for them to get out?
It's a good question. It's actually a
You
really
know?
good question.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting, but man, I don't know if I want a restaurant with that many levels.
Huh?
How many levels is it?
6. Sorry,
Oh, you know
4
what?
stories. It's 4 stories. But
I'm
the
sold.
restaurant's
There's
only
a
one
Hard
level,
Rock Cafe
it
right
looks like.
there. I'm all in.
Why are you all in? What sold you?
Hard Rock Cafe. I'm done.
The Hard
I
Rock?
love Hard Rock.
Yeah, there's the Hard Rock Chicago's across the street from it.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty nice. I accidentally walked on stage when there was a performance.
The casino Hard Rock?
No, the restaurant
cafe.
Hard Rock.
Yeah, the Hard Rock Cafe. They're all over the world, dude.
You've never heard of them? People wear those stupid shirts all the time.
I just bought a stupid shirt last week.
People get like the Hard Rock all like Miami or like Las
I know.
Vegas Hard Rock.
I was
got,
gonna
like,
buy
10
a
of
Hard
them.
Rock. I was gonna buy one last week when
They
I went
got-
to the casino.
Dude, Lionel Messi is making burgers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
They have the
I had
Lionel
one in-
Messi burger.
I just had one at Hard Rock Paris a couple weeks ago.
The Lionel Messi burger.
Yeah. And you know what? Rest in peace, Hard Rock Paris. They shut it down.
They shut.
There are now no more Hard Rock cafes in France.
Why they
and-
shut it down?
I don't know. It doesn't matter because I was one of the final, customers at
You're
that
one of-
fine establishment, and I got a T-shirt. It's good.
Rest in
I'm
peace.
trying to think of-
They should have just dug up like Jim Morrison and put him on display or something.
You should have, man. I went to the one in Prague last week. It's nice.
Frog has a Hard Rock.
Classy.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
like
nice.
gothic and shit looking?
No.
No, really.
It's very European.
Very European. Okay. I don't know, man. I mean, like the Hard Rock in Chicago is actually pretty nice. I've been there a few times. To me, Hard Rock is just that typical like. It's just a burger joint to me, I mean, it's cool. I
Yeah.
like the Hendrix guitars. Cheap Trick. They have a lot of Cheap Trick memorabilia in it.
They got a lot of memorabilia. It's cool, and they're consistent like worldwide. That's the cool part.
The one in Baltimore is cool as hell.
Yep. Yeah, the one in Baltimore. The one in DC is not bad. I've been to the one in Brussels. I've been to the one in Barcelona.
You just
I've
go.
been to the one-
Hard Rock's just a thing for you, isn't it?
Been to the one in Seoul. Been to the one in Las Vegas, Paris, Prague. I feel like there's one more.
You're gonna get the Chop House. Just so. Why'd you buy the Chop House?
Rome. Went to the one in Rome.
Rome has one.
Went to the one in Rome twice.
That's crazy to me.
Damn, where else did I go? I got to go to the one in Berlin.
There's the one in Chicago, man. You can't forget it.
Yeah, I haven't been to Chicago.
I didn't even.
I think
when I got my place, I didn't realize. I like looked down the street. I was like, "Is that a fucking Hard Rock?" I didn't even know it was there.
I think in the States I've only been to Vegas, Baltimore, and DC. Those are the only ones I've been to.
I just realized there's a building near Hard Rock that is for sale that you could totally lease, Scott. It's the old Rainforest Cafe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Talk about something that never caught on. Rainforest
what happened
Cafe.
to that?
What a shit establishment.
Dude, I went to it, I would say 2 years before they really went into like hard times, and it was just, I didn't expect to spend so much money there. Like, it was just stupid
Yeah.
expensive. Like,
And
no rhyme or
you get
reason with
nothing.
it.
You get nothing to show for it. You're
Nothing.
like, there's no reason this thing should be so.
Like, it was
Like,
so
whoever.
like it hit such a hard time that they put like mannequins on like tables and shit before it started. So you know it's bad. If I walked in and I saw like a few tables filled with just mannequins, I'm like, oh man, this place is done.
I think I went there once in at the mall, and like I don't even remember the experience.
I mean, let's just be real. It's a terrible concept. Who wants to go eat
Terrible.
lunch at a rainforest?
I know, and the sound effect was always there.
It's
like
awful. And the food wasn't that good.
Awful. The gift shop was terrible. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw the mannequins in the table, I knew it was bad. I only recently got that bad feeling was when like Intel started to crash in the stocks because I had some Intel, and the CEO started praying on Twitter.
Ooh,
all right, look, it says, all right,
bad news.
the Rainforest Cafe, the chicken is $27.50, beef is $29.20, the combo's $29.20, Edge of the Forest is $22, jungle steak and shrimp $35. That's not that bad.
Oh, I found its listing.
Bombay chicken and shrimp, I don't know.
Here's the problem with Rainforest Cafe. Somebody had one cool concept, and everybody's like, "You should franchise this here." That's amazing. And it's like it just, it kind of took off. It's like one of those things where it's kind of cool at first and niche.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, there's a Rainforest Cafe there, and everybody's like, Rainforest Cafe, what the hell's that doing here? You know what I mean? Like it hits that point.
If you go once, you're disappointed, then you never go again. That's just the
Yeah, you never go again.
yeah. That's
Dude,
it.
you know what that reminds me of? Is like
That's
Green
what I was
Turtle.
going. What?
It-
Hold on, what?
The Green Turtle, like on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
the OG Green Turtle in like Ocean City was awesome.
yeah.
And then they started franchising. Like I remember when they opened
Yeah.
one in Westminster.
Yeah, I
It was
remember
like-
that was a big
Yeah.
deal.
and it was like okay. Like it
I never
really
got the
caught
hype
on.
about
was
it
the
though.
restaurant of the
No.
Baltimore Ravens.
The
Bro.
Leafs would always go there. I'm
They
going to the Green T-
They opened one in Northern Virginia where I was. I went one time. It was dead. The food was cold. Like literally after it just opened, and we were just like, I'm never coming back here again.
Awful, man.
It was terrible, terrible.
Terrible. I just want you
And
to
it
know
just-
if you do buy this Rainforest Cafe, dude, I'm sure the inside is rough.
Oh,
you
dude.
you should buy the Rainforest Cafe, Chris.
The only reason you buy that is just so you can go in there and demolish it yourself.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, there was like, it was supposed to get sold to a dispensary, and with the look, I can dig it, right? It would look cool
Yeah,
as a
that
dispensary.
makes sense actually.
But unfortunately, another dispensary about 2 blocks over was just like, no, this is our monopoly, even though there's a dispensary right behind it.
So okay. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't know all those laws, but
Well,
Interesting.
basically, if another dispensary was just like, no, you can't have it here, you're too close to me, they can dispute it.
You know what though? I just looked up the
really
Green
weird.
Turtles.
They can do
The
it.
Green Turtles food. They're pretty good. They look pretty good. They got a sports book.
bro, now they do because they make no money off of anything else. Like their food, everything sounds good and looks good, and then you get
Yeah.
it, and you're like,
It's not even.
it's always it's because it's like
It's just mid.
it's
No,
mid-
dude.
it's
They're
all
shareable.
frozen, pre-made shit. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like they just nuke it. I'd
They
rather go
need-
to Applebee's. I'd
they need
rather go
Gor-
to Applebee's.
They need a Gordon Ramsay over there to be like,
Yeah.
"What are you doing? What are
Yeah.
you doing?"
Again, he needs to put the bread on the side of that person's face and be like, "I'm an idiot sandwich," or whatever he says.
My God,
Dude, this building is crazy.
What?
The Chop Shop.
No, the Rainforest Cafe.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
it's
dude.
insane, dude. Like, it's pretty famous. Like, it's pretty famous in Chicago because everyone fucking hates it.
But are you
And it's
talking about
right
that
across
corner?
the street, not only from the Chop Shop,
the-
but Hard
corner
Rock
one,
and the
right?
and the last Rock and Roll McDonald's.
The corner one. I remember we went on that gangster tour bus and there was a Raid Forest Cafe and it was like, we're closing. We're closing. I was like, why are they closing?
That's one of the things. If you buy a building in Chicago, they might still have gangster tunnels underneath somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
They still find those things. And it's just like, oh, and then there's like a bar that hasn't been touched in like 100 years.
Yeah, I know Al Capone lived in my neighborhood. Like his safe house was in my neighborhood.
Elgin, his safe house was in Cicero.
No, it was in Elgin.
It was in Cicero. That's where they killed all those people.
Yeah, but his safe house was in. Let's. You know what? Let's look it up. Al Capone, Elgin, his hideaway. All right, let's see right here.
I will say the Chop House has a cool look to be like a speakeasy kind of gangster style.
It was definitely around the time. It
Italian steakhouse kind of thing.
It was built in the 1800s, so it's definitely old.
But can you imagine going to like a nice restaurant like that and looking across the street with this fucking bug-eyed frog looking at you?
Thankfully, it's not there anymore. The sign was taken down recently.
God, or like why are there giant mushrooms growing across the street?
They generally have it blocked off because, you know, homeless people like to break in there and kind of just set up shop there, which, to be honest, you know, more power to them because nothing's happening with this place.
Yeah, it's 22,000 square feet.
You're just like looking at this abomination that's in the middle of my neighborhood.
Bro, it's wild.
It's bad. No one likes it. Everybody wants it gone. Everybody's wanted it gone forever since before Rainforest even closed. Everyone wanted it gone.
The building has no windows.
There is none. It's an immersive experience.
It's an immersive.
Good place if you want to open up your own casino.
Off which head? Yeah.
I think Bally's will have a few things to say about it, but hey.
That's the way that's where the money's at. Even though the casino is oversaturated, that's where the money's at.
It's very oversaturated. And there's not much you can do to really like make the odds in your favor to get like traffic, you know. The only thing you have to count on is like centralized location.
So I was thinking because Hard Rock,
I like how it's a rare trophy property.
So like, all right, so Hard Rock opened up in Rockford, which is 40 minutes away from me. I went to that casino, beautiful casino. So much better than our casino that I work at. I'm thinking about, and they have a casino shift manager spot open up there.
You should take it.
Dude.
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
100% go for it.
Dude.
Why wouldn't you at least apply?
Oh no, I mean, like I'm thinking about, I think I'm gonna just do it, but I gotta make sure my resume's good and all that stuff. Because I mean, like, man, I'm so done.
Bro, on the Rainforest Cafe, the 2022 taxes on it for 1 year was $325,000.
What?
Man, that's insane. That's insane.
How did who got duped into like even signing
was
that?
$15,000 for that year, and these are all part of the triple net charges. So like, somebody else owns the building. As the tenant, you pay taxes, insurance, operating expenses, and CAM. So that's like any kind of like repairs and shit for like HVAC things, big things like that.
Right.
Like pretty much the person who owns the building has minimal, you know, expenses.
It's a real steal to lease things, man.
It's wild.
Yeah, the property taxes are insane.
But yeah, dude, just get your resume going. Like, what are you waiting for?
I'm gonna let my girl do it for me.
Well, hurry up. What's taking her so long? Jobs don't stay open forever.
That's true, man. Someone's already gunning for it, I'm sure.
You know what? I'm applying for it tonight.
Where are you located?
Like, don't worry about that. Remote.
It's been up there for 28 days.
Because they're waiting for you, man. You better get in there. It's like asking
Oh.
for you.
Does the casino industry have like headhunters?
What does that mean?
So
Like people going around trying to find people to fill positions?
No.
no, I wouldn't say so.
The only thing I do know is that, all right, so like I started in the casino like 10 years ago, and my management has been the same. Even
That's
till to this.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy to be there for 10 years.
Crazy. So this Hard Rock, right? I know the director, he's 42. So he's young,
Yeah.
right? He's like our age. So I'm like, you know what? I'm young too, man. I'll
Do you
come
actually
in.
know him or you just know of him?
I know of him. I know he's young. I know he's 42. So
So you're trying to build your own Camelot over there. Might as well.
yeah, not just that, is I'm gonna tell him like, hey, you know, like these people that I work for, man, they're all stuck in their ways. They think it's the 90s.
Yeah. Well, you know, it might be one of those things too where like you have
They're-
10 years of experience, but you're still pretty young. And they'll
Yeah.
like that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
you know? And you want to make cheap burgers, quality.
quality
Burgers.
cheap burgers.
Cheap burgers. Let's do it, man.
See, but first we gotta sell these hands.
First,
Yeah,
we
Oh,
gotta
Oh,
what?
jeez.
We gotta sell these hands.
Don't tell that to your new anybody interviewing you, but I got these hands I want to sell you.
I got these hands to sell you, bro.
Bro, I feel like people
Sounds
are
like a
gonna be like,
threat.
yes, yes. They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Let's close it up. That's all.
No, hold on. Real quick. No, real quick.
Oh, no.
At your interview, you bring the hands, but they're holding cards. And you put it on the table in front of you while you're being interviewed.
Yes. Oh my god.
No.
These hands. All right,
Yes,
never mind.
look
All
at
right,
these
my
hands.
bad.
Look at these
Sorry.
hands.
All right. That's all the time we have left. Thanks so much for watching Back Society. This is Jay signing off.
This is us.
Let's see money.
Hey, babe.